In this video, I'm going to talk about Copilot Lab. Now, Copilot Lab is basically an initiative provided by Microsoft. Basically, it's a website containing a repository for sample prompts. Now, Microsoft has provided this website for user to understand how the prompt is structured, what all things you can start with providing prompt, and how you can provide a prompt to tackle various scenarios. Now, prompts are basically categorized based on application, task, and the job type. This particular lab will help you get a jump start with utilizing prompts. It will help you understand prompt engineering better, how you can organize your prompt, and understand what all things you can utilize using the Copilot. Now, I've already provided you the link. Now, I'll go through this demo in a short while, but this is just a basic introduction. This is how the Copilot Lab website looks like. It will help you to see various videos with regards to Copilots. Take, for example, how you can what you can do with the Copilot, how you can start utilizing Copilot, and what is the prompt. Now, these are some of the information which you can derive from the website. Now, say if I ask you what a copilot can do, then you may provide me a response that if I provide a prompt to the copilot, then the copilot will give me a response. But then, if you want to understand various scenarios, okay, now this will give you a various scenario and how you can utilize a prompt. Now, the first one, as you see over here, it talks about quizzing. Now, you can generate a quiz in Copilot. You can create an image. You can create a vacation presentation. You can brainstorm on, say, funny names, or you can create a shopping list. You can add an agenda. You can compare columns. You can extract text. So, all these things now, depending on what technology you use. So, if you use Excel, if you use Word, if you use various other applications, then the scenarios may differ, but overall you can use this particular prompt to generate various content. Now, one example would be adding a slide. Now, this you will not be able to use in a generic copilot, right? Here you will be utilizing this in, say, PowerPoint slide deck, because PowerPoint contents are usually made up of slides. Okay, and if you want to add a slide or remove a slide, you will provide this command uh, for in the context of a PowerPoint application. Also, if you want to compare some numbers, then you will utilize, say, Excel, right? Now, this prompt basically will give you a summary of information. So if you want to get a count, if you want to highlight some data or understand tips and tricks, look up data, splitting the text, spotting the trends, staying on track, so all this information can be utilized in generating the prompt. Now, it is quite interesting. What we will do is, like in the demo, we are going to see just by looking into how we can utilize this various prompts. Okay, so this is how the sample prompt screen will look like. So take, for example, if you go into quiz yourself section, then it will give you a prompt, ready-made prompt, which will say create a quiz for fifth grade math, and then you can copy the prompt and you can put that in the copilot, and then copilot. So I'm in copilot.cloud.microsoft URL, and this is a URL to go into the Copilot Lab. Now, in Copilot Lab, here you will see basic introduction about Meet Copilot, what you can do with Copilot. So let me see Meet Copilot. So it will run a video on the Copilot. It will give you a basic introduction about how you can utilize Copilot. Now it says you need to go into copilot.microsoft.com. So let's go into that URL, and then you can start writing prompts. Similarly, you can click on this video to understand more about starting using Copilot. What is a prompt? So this video will talk about prompts. So if you want to learn more about prompts, then this video is a nice summary into prompts, and it also give you an important information about what does that prompt is, whether you want to understand, whether you want to ask, whether you want to have some sort of a catch up, and you need to specify clearly to the copilot what exactly you want, because the responses may not be accurate or based on the context what you provide to copilot. Now, in order to go to Copilot, I'll just type in copilot.microsoft.com, and here I can start providing the prompt. Now, from a Copilot Lab perspective, prompts to try. If I click on prompts to try, here I will be presented with all the prompts which I can try. Now, it is segregated on basis of app, on basis of the task, and basis of the job type. Now, from an app perspective, if I want to see only the prompt from, say, Word, or Word and Excel, I can select those. Or if I'm just interested in PowerPoint, I can select PowerPoint as well. Now, from a task perspective, there are various action which you will use to ask Copilot. Now, the visit action would be creation, addition, asking, understanding, or catching up. So it will give you the prompt accordingly. So if I click on catch up, and if I go to PowerPoint, I will not find any information. But then if I go to say Outlook, or Word, or Excel, or PowerPoint, or OneNote, I will be able to see various information. Now, the catch up is available from a OneNote perspective. Now, if you see over here, if you are in OneNote context, then you can utilize this particular uh, prompts. Now, I'll just clear the selection. I'll select all, and then from a job type perspective, if I select say human resources, or marketing, or financial services, or retail, or manufacturing, depending on the scenario, it will start segregating the information. Now, I'll just select say human resources, and from a task perspective, if I just want to see create, then I will be able to see all this information, like developing the training material, or summarizing the employee benefits, or list underperforming KPIs, right? So all this information can be, all this prompt will be displayed over here. So let's go into one more prompt, say quiz yourself. So if I want to create a quiz for the, say, my team member for a specific topic, then I can utilize this prompt. Now, this will give you a prompt for creating a quiz for fifth grade math. Okay, so I'll just copy the prompt, and then I'll just type in over here, and then I'll paste the response. So basically, it will start generating a quiz for a fifth grade math, but not necessarily the scenario will work for you, because you may not generate, say, fifth grade math within your for your organization. You can say start modifying. Say you can say create a quiz for say management in finance sector, and then it will start looking in for information, and then it will start giving you some response, right? So what I've done is, like, I have utilized the existing prompt, but then I have tweaked it based on my department need. So like this, I can go into various prompts, say add an image of a puppy. Now remember, this is only specific to a technology. So this, if you see this icon, this is for PowerPoint. Now there's a OneNote, then there is an Excel. So depending on your scenario, you can use various prompt. For summarizing the documentation, you can summarize the Word documentation, and then you need to just specify summarize this document in key 3 points. Okay. Now, if you already have a Word document, and you are in the context of a Word, then you can copy this prompt, and then you can start uh, uh, rephrasing your prompt, and then you can tweak accordingly. Now, this is a very simple prompt. It will just say summarize the document, but then if you want to add more things, like summarize this document and say 5 bullet points, or summarize this suppose if you have a document, a 100-page document, and if you want to summarize the document for 1 page just, then you can say summarize this document in 1 page, however provide a more professional tone. So you can add those particular uh, text within your prompt as well. Now, this is a comprehensive list, as you see over here. If you click on show more, here you will get whole bunch of information, from a highlighting perspective, from getting account perspective, suggesting edits. All these things can be uh, is all ready-made available. So if you see here, create an ingredient list for say homemade spring rolls. Okay, so this is just one example. So I'll just copy this, and then I can utilize this in over here. So I'll go on new topic, and then I'll just ask Copilot create an ingredient list for homemade spring rolls, and then it will start getting you the responses back. So like this, you can utilize the prompt library, and here it will give you some more tips on how you can make your prompt more relevant. More you need to specify some more information. It is not just that you just provide say 5 or 6 words just for writing a prompt. you need to make it more specific. You need to give some more context. You need to guide the response accordingly, and then you can review and revise as well. So in this example, as you see over here, it says summarize this email in two bulleted points. So you're specifying, you're making it more specific, right? You're telling it, I just want two bullet point. Here you're giving some context. You say write a blog post that sounds professional and witty. So professional and witty is like whereby you're providing more context to the from a tone perspective. Guiding the response, use keywords at the end of your prompt to give Copilot better direction. So here you're specifying write an article about elephants, and then you're exclusively specifying include habitat and diet. Okay, so then you are basically guiding the response, and you're telling Copilot to be more specific, and you are eliminating various other noises from the content which you specify over here. Like say you're specifying that I want more information about habitat and diet in the response. Review and revise, check results to make sure they are correct, and refine your prompt as you go. So here lions are native to, and then you can again specify more information if you want to get more information on say specific topics, say lions. And if you want to understand more about African lions compared to a generic lions, then you need to be more specific, and then you can review and revise your prompts and then generate those responses. So like this, here you will find anything about prompts from a Microsoft 365 Copilot perspective. So have a play around with it and try to understand how you can utilize Copilot for various different scenarios. Now, OneNote, Outlook, Word, Excel, PowerPoint will cover majority of the scenario, because every application has its own purpose. Word will help you generate a content, the text content. Excel will help you analyze the data within the Excel spreadsheet. PowerPoint will help you become more creative and customize the slide deck. OneNote will help you in summarizing the information about the content within various pages and sections, and Outlook will help you draft an email or understand a summary of the email which you have received. So, depending on the application, you will need to tweak your prompt accordingly, and then use this prompt library to basically understand how you can utilize the Copilot. Now, Copilot Lab, again, it's a website. It's a dynamic website. Today, you will find, say, maybe X prompts, but over a period of time, this library will grow, and then you will be able to understand how to utilize prompts within Copilot more. Thanks for watching.